Hey everybody, welcome back to the SCB
Hey,
Steelers
everybody.
podcast presented by Deck Roofing Incorporated. It is a draft night here in town. The Pittsburgh Steelers are about 2 picks away from making their selection in this draft. It has been a fast first round. It has been a chaotic first round. There have been trades. Not really of up and down variety, but more about players. Marquise Hollywood Brown getting traded from the Ravens to the Cardinals.
Birds. Say it right. Ratbirds.
Ratbirds. AJ Brown going from the Titans to the Eagles. Been all kinds of excitement here, as many of you will know, no doubt, by the time that you listen to this podcast. But we are here to give you our take on what the Steelers are about to do, and then, of course, what they've done. Believe me, you'll hear our reactions. Joining me is the usual crew of Ben, Ian, and Scarps. Idiots, thank you. And thought maybe Ellie was going to jump on tonight. What did she say the problem was?
Ellie.
She just has her phone apparently and can't follow the draft if she's on the podcast.
Well, she could follow it with us.
You know, if the British had technology,
right? I think this is the reason that we had to declare our independence in 1776.
Well, yeah, I mean they're still using like a feather pen, aren't they?
It's all about this, Ellie. Catch up with modern fucking times.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And
Jesus.
As we'd like to say around here, we've had some drinks, and we're going to have some more. But anyway, we are. Ian, you seem to be most updated here out of all of us. So where do things sit for people that are listening and watching, even though they already know what happens? But tell us what's currently happening.
So at the moment of this recording, the Titans have just traded AJ Brown to the Eagles for the number 18 pick.
Okay.
So right now we've got the Titans, the Saints, and then the Steelers, assuming no other trades happen in the next few minutes.
Damn.
And since you didn't ask what we're drinking, I'm drinking Yingling out of a glass that's shaped like a football and has laces on the side, if you can see those, to help you grip the glass.
Now,
laces out.
Do you have that just in case, like the Steelers should draft somebody you don't like and you're going to chuck that through the wall? Is that what that is?
That would be a waste of beer and a good glass. It can actually fit like 2 regular-sized beers in it. So
really,
yes,
24 ounces.
Yeah, just under because of kind of the curvature shape of it at the top. So just under probably about 20 ounces, I would say. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just Matt is texting me, and
I also have some Bradshaw bourbon just in case.
Matt is he's.
How is Matt?
Matt's well. He will be returning from Arizona. I think June. I think it is. So he's still on.
He's waiting until June.
Pacific Coast time.
Fucking like brave.
Yeah.
Let me just say that. That's fucking brave. Speaking as someone who lived there for 25 years, June in Arizona is the 7th level of hell.
Yeah, well, that's why he's getting out. But anyway.
So with all these trades, let's talk about this for a second here, though.
Fire away.
Oh, Ian wants to get
if
serious.
No quarterbacks, if no quarterbacks are taken by the time the Steelers pick.
Trade is official. AJ Brown is definitely an Eagle.
Okay. Yeah. If no quarterbacks are taken by the time the Steelers pick, then is it worth trading back and still getting one of the 3, or do you get whoever was your number 1? I'm assuming Malik Willis was their number 1 quarterback.
So let's look at who's behind the Steelers directly.
So they're saying the Titans went wide receiver with that recent trade, but I can't.
Who Burks maybe? Trey Burks would fit there. I mean, he's kind of
everybody just keeps saying the Titans are not going quarterback.
Traylon Burks was taken by the Titans.
Okay,
wow.
There it
is. So that's done now. That's great, I guess.
Yeah.
Ish.
So they didn't have to pay AJ Brown $25 million a year and took a guy who's physically almost the same with the pick they traded for him that they can get on a rookie contract. This is market analysis.
This is the NFL saying, "Hey, fuck you."
Yeah, the receiver market is nuts. It's absolutely nuts, and that's why you're seeing
Mark Cabali just tweeted.
Yeah, I saw what Cabali tweeted.
Yeah, the Jaguars. Like this
Jaguars.
Yes, like this is the way of saying we're not paying you. And then there was another tweet that came right after Cabale from someone else I can't recall right now, but it basically just said that the Jaguars turned the NFL on their head. So
they did. Christian Kirk.
Thank you very much, Jacksonville.
That's going to be a bust of a fucking contract too.
Yeah, he'll be like
it'll be like the Joe Flacco deal for the quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's right. Flacco was the guy there.
Flacco was the guy that started it. He was the $20 million quarterback, and after that, it was
lights
not
out.
good.
Devin Bush just tweeted, "Take notes," whatever that means.
Take notes.
Maybe he knows something we don't know.
Probably not.
I
Maybe.
doubt it, but who the hell knows?
There was some speculation out there today about the Steelers taking Devin Lloyd.
Yeah, Devin Lloyd.
Utah, who they didn't go to his pro day, which would be a big change of direction from how they've done in the past. But
he's kind of a badass,
he's
though.
A baller.
You got to
he can
admit.
play. Yeah. My guy, Nakobe Dean, is still there. Ryan's guy, Devontae Wyatt, is still there. Obviously,
let's go back to the original question. If both
Dax
of those
Hill is still
quarterbacks
there, my friend,
are sitting there, if Willis and Pickett are sitting there, who are the two teams directly behind the Steelers right now?
New England and Green Bay.
Okay.
Which is hilarious. Green Bay has 2 first-round picks, and all these wide receivers are going off the board. After they traded away Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers has to be shitting himself right now.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers probably doesn't give a shit. Aaron Rodgers just wants to be the highest paid player at quarterback, which means the highest paid player in the league.
Steelers are,
and as long as he is, he's happy because he's a prick.
Yeah.
Right. The Packers in the
so it's Patriots
are not going
Ravens.
Quarterback. So you could conceivably.
You think the Ravens will trade with us?
AJ Brown just got a 4-year, $100 million extension.
You got to be shitting me!
How did they get that done that fast?
I'm sure that was part of the deal with the trade. Yeah.
Yeah.
$57 million guaranteed. Holy shit!
Fuck!
It's
no way.
Control.
I'm in the wrong profession.
You are.
I should have.
We all are.
Yeah.
I could have been a ball boy.
So you guys are both drinking dingalings?
I've got the light.
Yeah,
I've also got some whiskey over here too.
I mean,
what are you drinking? Mark,
I'm drinking
icy lighter.
I'm drinking Yingling, and I've got some Bradshaw bourbon if I need to.
Listen, we're getting close to 20.
Crazy.
If Jermaine Johnson is still there, I might take him.
Right? I mean, how do you pass that kind of value?
What did I say at Tuesday night?
How do you pass that kind of value up?
It's exactly what I said.
Steel Dad,
he's too fucking good. You can't just be like, no, we don't really need a run.
They're going quarterback.
You are absolutely right, Steel Dad. I didn't expect this to unfold that way.
Fuck you. I really hope you're wrong.
I do
you're
too.
A dick for saying that and putting that energy out there in the universe. You're an asshole. I'm just saying.
It's what I do.
It's
where we at? We at the Saints at 19?
I haven't seen a Saints pick yet come in.
No, it hasn't come in yet.
But to Mark's point about who's after us, right? New England doesn't need a quarterback.
Nope.
Green Bay doesn't need a quarterback.
Nope.
Baltimore doesn't need a quarterback. Dallas doesn't need a quarterback.
Nope.
Buffalo doesn't need a quarterback. So really the only one, maybe you get to 26 with Tennessee again, maybe Tampa Bay. I mean, they both have starters, but who knows how much longer they'll be there for. So
the fear is that somebody trades up from behind, though.
No, I'll tell you the trade I would make. Give me a trade with the Chiefs, who are at 29 and 30, and see what happens.
Both those picks and let them have
probably
20. It'd have to have a player they wanted at 20 though, and the draft is falling in such a way that a lot of quality players are dropping because of the run on wide receivers primarily.
Let
me
really
think weird
for
draft,
a second.
Man. And I can't believe the Steelers are going. I mean, New Orleans is on the clock now, and fuck.
I mean, if you're the Saints, you have.
Who do the Aints take? The Aints are taking. Nope. Sorry.
I mean,
our man Bensberg is tweeting. He says if Pickett's there, draft him. Fuck it. He says Bensberg.
Yeah.
I mean,
what's his first name anyway? What the hell is Bentz's first name?
Brandon
Bentz.
I mean, if you're the Saints, I don't know.
Kansas City has multiple second round picks too. You could get a first and a second for. All right, sorry, Ryan, you were saying something.
No. I could see the Saints probably taking Jermaine Johnson, but I don't know. I don't really know. We're recording. Who knows? I don't know anything, but
This is really the opportune time to say some really dumb shit. I think you should.
No, I mean, I mean, even the early surprises weren't necessarily surprises, but after this, it's kind of like shit. I don't know what's happening.
Let's also not forget one of the more obvious things here too.
now there's speculation that the Titans are going to trade Tannehill. Holy shit!
Well, let's not forget what the AJ Brown thing does to Deontay Johnson.
Oh yeah.
He just sitting there with dollar signs flipping through.
I said a month ago when all this shit started that what's going to happen is this guy, they're not going to be able to come to terms with him. They're going to go into this last year. Next year, they're going to have to franchise tag him, and then it'll be a we'll see kind of a deal after that. I don't know. Well, I don't know what's going to happen. This wide receiver market is insane.
Yeah.
I think, though, that Jacksonville made a bad deal.
Saints are taking Trevor Penning.
Really?
Oh, my God. This is really this fucking happened.
Who the fuck tweeted that? I don't have that.
NFL Draft Diamonds.
I don't know, but
all right.
Draft Diamonds.
At this point, Mark, I'm not trying to steal your thunder as the host.
Go ahead.
At this point, who is
laughing?
Mark's trying to show us his phone on a computer, which isn't working.
Sorry.
Well. Mark, there's a share screen option on here.
I ain't stealing your thunder. Steal that. Who are we taking at 20?
Oh, they're taking Willis.
They're taking Willis.
I think they're taking Willis.
I mean, Tomlin's had a hard on for him since day
shit,
one.
I don't want to be the same. Who do I go with? I don't know.
I hope they take Dax Hill. I hope they take Dax Hill or Jermaine Johnson, but they're taking Willis.
I'm with Ben 100%. Ian, what do you think?
I think it's going to be Willis. But man, like a trade down, the Chiefs have 2 seconds and 2/3. Like a trade down with them would be really good, but I don't know. I think they're going to take Willis. With all the quarterbacks on the board here, they're going to take Willis.
I'm fine with that. I'd also be fine with a trade down, but the fans are going to be pissed if they don't take Pickett. And I don't agree with those fans because I'm fine with Willis here.
The NFL is telling us what they think of these quarterback prospects.
I'm fine with Willis. But let's remember, the NFL also let Mac Jones fall to New England last year, who was the perfect fit for their offense. So
is Mac Jones a good NFL quarterback?
No, but he's a good fit for their offense.
But is he a good quarterback
this year?
If they take Devin Lloyd here, I will laugh my ass off.
If they take Devin Lloyd here, I will be so fucking excited. I'll be like,
This is what I was laughing at.
It'll be great.
This is what I was laughing at.
That's pretty damn funny.
Although Pitt Football just tweeted with the eye emoji, Kenny Pickett getting a phone call.
Oh, no.
No, really?
Yes. I don't know if this is a troll job or not.
Please tell me it is. Please, baby Jesus.
No,
I'm like madly
Adamski just tweeted the Joker with the "and here we go."
No, but Pitt Football literally tweeted Kenny Pickett on a phone.
Tweet. I got to give him props for that shit.
It's probably just a spam call from Venezuela or something, you know.
Although,
no offense to Venezuela,
who knows who could have been calling him at that time, or it could have been an earlier picture. We don't know.
It's probably one of his buddies dicking with him.
Yeah. Hey, Kenny, it's Scarps.
Hey,
you have no idea who I am.
Yeah,
trade back.
Yeah, a lot of people want to trade back. I would love it.
For fuck's sake, please tell me the Steelers are doing something here that's not taking a quarterback. Did I say that out loud? That was my
people are tweeting Kenny Pickett.
Fuck people.
Anyone official or just
hold on. I just saw it. Okay, no, they're showing him on the phone again.
Okay.
I follow so many regular Steelers fans that aren't official that it's.
I don't know who that guy is.
Looking for
this is incredible.
Blah, blah, blah.
We hope this is good radio and television for you folks.
You know what you guys really should do is watch this on YouTube. I'm going to suggest that.
Yeah, if you don't normally,
you get to see all of the terrible expressions we make.
Kenny Pickett
as we make these.
Oh, come on!
No,
that they're doing it because of Marino.
No, I just saw the same thing. Pickett.
Pickett. Wow.
Oh, Cavalli.
He's crying, dude. He's crying.
Kenny Pickett is a Pittsburgh. This is from Johnny McMonagle from the Post-Gazette.
He is. Yeah,
okay.
He's a Steeler.
Wow. All right.
Wow,
I'll
dude.
be a fucking monkey's uncle.
Wow. You and I both.
Is that? Yeah.
Okay.
An horse's at, whatever, you know.
Wow.
Wow.
Kudos to the Steelers. They once again played us.
I mean, we knew quarterback was a possibility. We knew they were in on this quarterback.
I don't mean to say this is like a huge upset by any means, but I think they were leaning so hard to Malik Willis.
I gotta say though, man, this kind of it really. I don't know, man. They signed Trubisky and then they take a quarterback in the first round. This is like when the Bears signed Mike Glennon and then took a quarterback in the first round. And I don't know, man.
This is just. I don't even know. I'm gonna have another beer before I talk.
Here's the other thing I'll say though. Remember, like what the Steelers draft trends are, right? That it's a player from a ranked team, a player from a major conference.
I'm seeing
team.
it 7 times now. It's Pickett.
He fits all the boxes.
Liberty didn't finish the season ranked. They went to a bowl but weren't ranked.
Yep.
Malik Willis, a small conference player. I know quarterback doesn't matter as much for that because they took Ben, who was the only first rounder that Colbert has taken, not from a major conference, but still, I mean, Pickett fits the Steelers' trends a lot more, other than age. Although they went away from age last year with Najee Harris too. So, but I mean,
it's a running back. It's different,
right?
It is. You're right.
And
running backs get one contract anyway. So what fucking difference does it make?
Yeah. Although, here's the other thing I'll say. Something we've talked about a lot on this podcast is Ryan's beside himself right now. I know. I'll give Ryan some time. That you want to have.
I'll explain shortly.
You want to have backup quarterback or a quarterback and a backup that can play a similar style of offense, right?
So are you saying that Kenny Pickett also sucks just like Mason Rudolph?
No. I'm saying Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett can play a similar style of offense that they're a little fleet of
Kenny
foot.
Pickett can only throw to his right.
No, I'm not saying that either. But
I'm looking for similarities here, Ian. I'm trying to agree with you.
I'm saying that you can install whatever offense you want and start Mitch Trubisky at the beginning of the year, and if Pickett comes in week 8, if Pickett comes in week 6, if Pickett comes in week 4, if Pickett doesn't play all year and just starts next year, you can run the same offense with Trubisky that you can run with Pickett. I think with Malik Willis, there would have been a lot bigger of a difference between what you can run with Trubisky and what you can run with Pickett. I think you can run a similar offense.
Here's a question, and I know I'm only going to inflame things. What do you do with Mason Rudolph?
Well,
I mean, are you really gonna are you gonna draft Kenny Pickett and sit him in the 3rd spot? I mean,
no, but I mean the thing is they need
Kenny Pickett will be 40 by the time he ever starts an NFL game. So no, all right, I will not go full heel. I will not go Hulk Hogan joins NWO. I promise I will not. Okay.
Whoa, sorry, brother. Ian, go ahead.
So Ben's gonna hate me for this, but earlier tonight I tweeted that Jacksonville took Walker from Georgia, Hutchinson from Michigan went to Detroit, and then Icky from NC State went to Carolina, and I was like, oh, lots of guys staying close to home, and now look what happened. We took Kenny Pickett from Pitt. So, I mean, it's, Pickett, like we talked about, has the highest floor of any quarterback in this draft.
And the lowest ceiling.
Yep.
And I don't know if I'd say the lowest ceiling. I mean,
the lowest ceiling among the top 5 quarterbacks. Let's say
no.
Really?
Sam Howell does not have a higher ceiling than Kenny Pickett.
Sam Howell's in that room with
Sam Howell at least has a cannon for an arm.
He does, but he's in that room with Willy Wonka and the kids where it keeps getting smaller. That's what I see.
All right.
But no, I
need some bourbon to deal with this.
This suspense
going away from the beer.
Terrifying. I hope it lasts.
All right. So Scarps, what do you think? I'm really curious.
So yeah, Ryan.
One sec, because they're about to announce it on here. I kind of want to embrace the moment, and then I'll.
You want to savor the moment.
It's like he's in the
yes, and I'll explain this out.
Okay.
How was it? Was it Finding Providence? No, no. I think it was Finding Providence was the movie.
Saving Private Ryan?
No. It was Saving Providence, which was fuck. I can't remember. God damn it.
Oh, we got Franco on stage.
We're doing movie speak.
Legend.
They're gonna make a Penn State guy announce a Pitt guy.
Even more savage.
That's harsh.
Is it?
Oh well, that's gonna get the Penn State people fired up again.
Yeah.
When
was the last time we drafted a Pitt player?
It was Outside Providence. That was the movie. Anyway, I already blew the fucking line, so it doesn't matter.
The last
they can do is draft Damari Mathis and tomorrow, probably Saturday.
Well, I mean,
what?
I mean, are they going receiver in the second round?
No, I like DeMarvin Leal, tackle or defensive tackle from.
They've got to address
Texas
that,
A&M.
and I thought they had an opportunity to do it there, but Devontae Wyatt did have a little bit of negativity in his personal history. He had some domestic violence stuff, so that could have turned him away a little. But yeah, they've got to get younger along the front defensively. I can hear my son right now. He just saw it on TV. He is literally running through the house about ready to kill somebody.
Why?
Can I? Okay.
This is going to be.
Oh, I mean, shit. All right. James Conner was obviously the last pick guy we took, but before that was Hank Poteet back in 2000.
Hank Poteet
was actually a pretty good punt returner for the Steelers.
Yeah, he
was. I saw the last game of
Three River season.
Yeah. Saw a highlight the other day of Antoine Randall L. returning a punt in a playoff game versus Cleveland for a touchdown, and Hank Poteet blocking and running behind him. And I was like, Hank, that's where you should have been the entire time. Blocking and making sure that returner got to the end zone.
Love it. Go ahead, Ryan. We're
if we can draft Jordan Addison next year, then I'll love this pick because Jordan Addison's fucking good.
So what you're saying?
All right, so
Herbs is a broken record.
First of all, shout out to Ted's Auto. Ted's Auto in Braddock, PA. He does good work, and if you're from Pittsburgh, you know about good work.
Ted's Auto in Braddock.
I don't know Ted.
Don't worry about it. Just go see him. So Dan Marino
fucking say it.
Dan Marino not going to the Steelers is probably the best thing that ever happened to Dan Marino.
What?
I've been told the same.
I'm
going to say this, and I'm going to say this because
although Miami wasn't exactly great for him.
I know he didn't win a Super Bowl, but Dan Marino's one of the greatest of all time.
Oh yeah, he is.
When he retired, he led the league in touchdown passes.
He was outstanding.
I don't know what it is, and I don't know if I can put my finger on it right now, but I want Kenny Pickett to succeed regardless. Okay, obviously even more now because he's a Steeler. But I think when this type of move is made, this type of selection is made, there is even more pressure on you, especially when you follow a Hall of Famer like Ben. So I wanted to see Kenny Pickett go to a team that necessarily didn't have a Hall of Famer that just left, because I felt that the expectations would be lower. There wouldn't be so much promise.
Now, 1 second. We're about to have a very special guest here. This is my son who is not very thrilled. So pardon the language.
Where's he at?
Oh yeah. All right. Let's get this on.
You gonna say bad words?
Here,
go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Now, we're recording,
I know.
so don't get yourself in trouble.
Come on, Dad. Let him
Why
talk.
are you so upset about the Kenny Pickett selection at 20 by the Steelers?
Why would he be in trouble?
If you ask me, I just don't get it. Like, obviously, the quarterback position needs to be filled. I get the need for that, but comparing him to Willis is better than him in every aspect. I get everyone wants to bring in the hands argument. He doesn't have exactly the biggest hands.
You talking about Pickett? Or,
Yeah,
he does.
Willis?
I'm talking about Pickett.
Pickett has small
Pickett
hands.
doesn't have big hands.
Right.
And people don't realize that's actually an important factor.
I agree.
Okay.
And
so,
then in terms of potential, Willis clears him by miles.
higher ceiling.
Way higher ceiling.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And even if Willis wasn't the pick there, in my opinion, I still take Corral over Pickett.
Oh, gee, now you're getting crazy.
Ooh, keep it coming, young lad. Let's go.
Keep feeling.
Take
Fine.
Corral.
You're good.
In terms of NFL ready, I'm taking Corral. I am.
Okay. All right.
All right. I mean,
respect
that's the way you feel about it. I get it.
It's a fair opinion.
Taking a position.
And the other thing too is, I think we had other positional needs.
I don't disagree with you there at all.
We're all on board with that.
Want a quarterback
who would you have taken
all.
there at 20 instead of
at
quarterback?
At 20, defensive back.
Really?
Yeah, it would have been great. A defensive back or a linebacker there. I'd have been really happy.
A linebacker, I would have been.
I wanted Dax Hill in the worst way.
If the worst pick was there, would have been Dax Hill. I would have been
really.
Happy. I would have been okay.
If the worst pick would have been Dax Hill.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This is probably the worst pick. This is definitely the worst.
All right.
This is not a. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
The one I want.
I mean, at this point, young Bradshaw, we have to support him because he is a Steeler. We have to hope for him to succeed because if he does, it benefits the Steelers.
Yeah.
So we'll support him for 4 years. Well, at least for 2.5, like we did Mason Rudolph, but he sucks. Us Carps.
All right. Now, when you go back upstairs, don't scare your mother.
I know.
All right. She's very frightened right now. Don't scare her. Just tell her you're very upset. You'll be fine.
I would just like to add one more thing. If I was Kevin Colbert right now, the pick I would have gone with was Trent McDuffie.
Oh, yeah. I would have been happy with that. I was like, yeah.
All right.
The Chiefs just traded up to 21 with the Patriots to take Trent McDuffie.
I saw that right before I came downstairs. I just thought to myself,
this kid got the scoop on all of us. What's happening?
Listen. You got school in the morning. You need to go to bed. Yeah. All right.
It's only 10:26.
He's got the scoop.
It's only 10:26, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Well, he's probably got home.
He's man.
He's the football team tonight had a draft party, so he's been over there. He's probably had about 7 Mountain Dews, which explains his height there. So.
The Chiefs traded a third and a fourth to the Patriots for
what?
their
how many slots?
29 to 21. 8 spots.
8.
Man,
okay.
I want to say so many terrible things right now, but I won't.
About what?
Well, I mean, when's the last time Bill Belichick didn't trade down?
Yeah. All right, Ryan. I'll save you something. Here's my concern with
somebody
Kenny
help
Pickett.
me. Thank you, Ian.
I will help you. Here's one of my big concerns with Kenny Pickett. It's not his on the field play. It's that Pitt fans will not be able to objectively view his performance because Pitt fans think that everything that comes out of Pitt football shit's gold. And sometimes it does. Sometimes you get Larry Fitzgerald and Aaron Donald. Sometimes it doesn't. And that's okay. But I don't feel like Pickett's going to get a fair shot in this town. I mean, he's going to get more than a fair shot. But if he sucks, if he's Josh Rosen, and we need to move on from him.
If he's Mason Rudolph.
Let me finish my point. If Pickett is Josh Rosen and we realize, shit, we need to move on from him, this town's not going to let us because it's going to be, he's a Pitt guy. You got to ride him out. Let me ask you something. As far as
since when does Art give a shit what the fans think?
He doesn't, but I'm just saying, like, he doesn't, but
it's hard to ignore.
Whatever.
They give, even their, like, 5th round draft picks, they give 3 training camps to, right?
If Art
they give at least 2 years. Brian Allen, who couldn't make the roster, got 3 training camps before they cut him, right? A quarterback is an infinitely more important position to your team than a cornerback is. And
Brian Allen at least had some fucking potential.
You got to the thing. I'm just saying. If I like you said, Ben, he's a Steeler. I hope he's great. I hope he's awesome. I hope he gets us to a Super Bowl and wins it.
12 of them.
But if he's not good, it's going to be really hard for this town to move on from him, and that's my concern.
I honestly, I mean, you live there, so it's a bigger concern for you, and I have to deal with Steelers fans here, but I pretty much just tell them to shut up when they say dumb shit like that. So it's different. I get where you're coming from. By the same token, if Art listened to the fans, honestly, we probably would have had a half dozen coaches in the last 10 years.
No,
Seriously.
That's true.
Seriously.
Yeah, Tomlin would have been run out of here.
Tomlin would have run out in 2011. He'd be gone,
Is there – I know there's not, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Is there a comparison that you can make between Pickett and when James Conner left? I mean, because I didn't see – well, listen to what I'm getting at here. When he left and went to Arizona, I didn't see a lot of like these Pitt fans going ape shit over the fact, oh, you can't get rid of Conner, he's our guy, blah, blah, blah. I mean, they saw a guy that just couldn't stay healthy,
right,
and knew it was time to move on.
Yeah, but then as soon as Conner had some success as a backup running back who had spot duty and was primarily a red zone running back, they all jumped on this bandwagon. We shouldn't have traded him. We shouldn't let him leave.
Well, and part of the problem there, of course, is that people just look at stats,
right?
And they touchdowns, even though he carried like 3 times and had a touchdown and 3 carries or something. But my point is,
what they didn't look at
Packers
was
took Quay Walker, first linebacker off the board.
Wow,
Quay Walker goes ahead of Devin Lloyd and Nakobe Dean.
And Nakobe Dean. So is Nakobe Dean going to follow the second round?
Maybe if he's there,
But just to finish my point here,
I'll be right back.
Go ahead, Scarps. Just to finish my point is.
Yeah, and then I'm coming in strong, okay?
Get your shit together, man.
To collect my thoughts here in a second.
With going on what you're saying, Ian, with Pickett being from Pitt and stuff, I mean, will people be able to recognize if he just isn't getting the job done? Will they accept it the way they did with Conner?
No, not at quarterback.
No, not at quarterback. Okay,
no,
that's what I was getting at.
I don't think so.
I don't care.
I know you don't care, but
I don't.
No, I think it's a fair thing to evaluate.
Don't care.
I think it's a fair thing to evaluate.
Here's the thing that I know the 4 of us will do if he's not getting the job done at quarterback. We'll go, he's not getting the job done at quarterback.
Well, yeah.
And it'll just be, it'll be, hey, we hope he turns things around. Just like we've been saying for 2 years, Ian. I really hope that Mason Rudolph proves me wrong. But so far, based upon what I've seen, the objective evidence would tell me that he's not good.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I know that Ben was mean to him and everything, as Scarps has pointed out a bunch of times.
All right. Well, Scarps got a strong take here, so I'm ready for it. Let's go, Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Ben actually just texted me and said he's coming out of retirement overshadowed by a local product.
That's funny.
No,
that would be actually that'd be hilarious.
That would be.
I'm being a dick.
Steelers right there.
So I don't know. I have a lot of random thoughts in my head right now, but I want to preface this by saying that I'm going to root for Kenny Pickett. I like Kenny Pickett. I just wish that he would have gotten an opportunity in another uniform. And I want to say this too. What happened almost 40 years ago by not taking Dan Marino has nothing to do with what just happened.
Kenny Pickett is not Dan Marino.
First of all, if anyone listened to that noise, they're fools. And if anyone in the Steelers organization listened to that noise, they're fools.
Are you kidding me? They're professionals. They're not going to listen to that crap.
Thank you. Second of all, and I tweeted this months ago and got some hate, Kenny Pickett is not that dude. No. And you know what? I've had some beers. I don't think he's going to be that dude. And I'm not saying I'm not rooting for him. I'm just saying that just because you played in Heinz Field and you shared a facility with the team does not mean anything.
Yeah.
And again, I hope I'm wrong.
But
I hope I'm even more wrong about how I feel about Mason. Because I hope Kenny Pickett. I don't know. Here's the other thing. Why bring Mitch in if you're going to draft Kenny Pickett?
Right.
I don't know. Why? I mean, so we're going to see what happens in the next couple of days and what unfolds. But I mean, they could have went other ways at 20. They could have.
Yeah, they could have.
And I will say this, and I've said this publicly. If Willis and Pickett were both at 20, they were going to take Willis, and I was dead wrong, and I will admit that.
As was I. I got no problem with that.
And I'm stunned. I am stunned. And they obviously are smarter than I am, and they see more than I do, and that's great. But I tell you what, if you thought drafting Malik Willis, the pressure was on Malik Willis, the pressure is even greater on Kenny Pickett now.
So here's my question.
I don't think it is.
Ben, I'll go to you. Here's my question.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Ryan, your dude, Kair Elam, went to the Bills.
Who did?
The Buffalo.
Who did? Okay,
Kair Elam.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
What's the question,
Ben,
Mark?
Yeah, the question for you is, what do you think was the determining factor in them taking Kenny Pickett over Malik Willis?
Well, first, what I really think should happen right now is that Ryan should do some shots and then tweet at AP again. I think that'd be a really good idea.
Can I get the peanut butter whiskey?
God damn it. Now I'm getting peanut butter whiskey for next week. Damn it all.
Bottles. I'm gonna go get one.
Screwball.
Ryan should have some shots and then throw some tweets at AB again to see what happens, because we love when that
Mr. Big Chest
responses. But what do I think the determining factor was?
Yeah, what was there had to be some things
steadier player. You look at a guy like Willis, and he's got such a low floor. True boomer bust project. Really. I mean, he's a guy who might be great at some point, but at this point is not ready to play in the NFL at all.
Yeah.
He's got lots of ability, but it's just raw ability. It's potential that maybe you could develop into a thing, or maybe not. It depends upon the coaching staff. And I think they looked at Pickett and they saw a guy who was steadier. And I'm already on record. I did not want this pick. I am not a huge fan of it at this point, but I will support him because he is a Steeler, and I want him to perform well, because it benefits the Steelers, and I'm a Steeler fan. That doesn't mean that on its face, I believe that Kenny Pickett is an ideal choice this year. I would have preferred that they had gone not quarterback at all at 20.
Right.
Taking a DB,
and
taking a linebacker.
I am there as well.
I would have been fine with that. Taking a defensive lineman, I would have been great with that. But they see a need, and quarterback is the most important position on the team in the NFL. No question.
Yep.
And they feel like they still have a need there, so they drafted a guy. If you're Mitchell Trubisky, though, you have to be feeling like that's the guy the heat's on right now. I don't think that the heat's on Kenny Pickett. I think it's on Mitch Trubisky, because he's the starter week 1, no question. Right. And he knows that if he fucks up, he is going to get yanked. If he has the kind of performance that Mason Rudolph had in 2019, even with Duck fucking Hodges behind him, he's going to get yanked.
They didn't. Yeah. All right. Whatever.
Ian, how do the Steelers make Kenny Pickett successful?
Well,
they got two quarterback coaches now. Maybe that'll help.
So I'm reading things on Twitter while I'm on here
too.
But Mike Tomlin said there may be situations where we ask him to slide, which was pretty damn funny.
That's
what
funny.
Did he say?
That's funny.
He said there may be situations where we ask him to slide.
Oh, rather than doing the fake slide.
The fake slide. Yeah. That's good. Good for Tomlin.
That's good. So I mean, how do they make him successful? Is that you put playmakers around him. I mean, obviously he had Jordan Addison, who might be the top receiver in next year's draft class, unless I don't know, is that kid from Ohio State draft eligible next year? Because I mean, that kid's wide receiver
tore
one.
up in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, he's wide receiver one when he comes out. But you put guys around him, and you. I mean, I think
do you need to run the ball 35 times a game for him to be successful?
No, I don't think you need to. I think you can trust Pickett to make throws, and he can make them. I mean, we compared him a lot to Derek Carr, and Derek Carr's not the worst quarterback in the league. I mean, I know the AFC's kind of loaded up on quarterbacks. I think
Derek Carr is better than Kenny Pickett. I'll be honest.
I think he is right now.
I completely
He's got a stronger arm than Kenny Pickett. There's no question in my mind.
Yeah.
All right, so the most important thing they can do to make him successful is shelter him from the noise, because there's going to be a lot of noise around the city on excitement and hype and all that other stuff. And if he doesn't get the starting job out of camp, if Mitch Trubisky starts week 1,
for sure
every time Trubisky screws up, it's going to be put Pickett in.
Yeah.
And there's a development that needs to happen for quarterbacks in this league.
Yep.
Even Patrick Mahomes sat for a year. Josh Allen was not that good his first year. But
2 years.
Yeah. So I'd say the most important thing they can do for him to be successful long-term is to shelter him from the noise and just get him comfortable with the speed of the NFL game, because it is a lot faster than college.
So therefore, I'm going to ask Scarps this.
Scarpino.
Is there a role for Bert, anybody in the Steelers PR, to help shield that noise from him?
I mean, notice the way Bert behaves in press conferences. He's a little mean.
Well, that's what I'm getting at.
No comment.
I mean, are they going to be able to?
I said it. You didn't.
Bert can't control Twitter. Bert can't control Facebook. But what can he do to help this kid?
Delete his Twitter account.
What really helps is that EJ Borghetti, great media relations guy for Pitt. He's been there a long time.
Yeah.
Bert worked under EJ before he went to the Steelers.
Okay.
So there's already that connection. The fact that they share a building helps. I'm sure that this isn't the first time they may or may not have talked about a potential draft pick like this. The thing is, though, that on a media relations side, Kenny Pickett's fine. He's never going to say anything bad. He has nothing off the field that is going to, obviously draw questions. But we talked about this Tuesday night, and Ed Bouchette just retweeted it. It's about the stories. And this is a great story.
Yep.
Right now.
Yep.
And Ben, you're right. Now that, I take a step back and I think about this, this is more pressure on Trubisky.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel bad for Trubisky right now.
So do I.
I really do.
Because right now, Trubisky knows how Mike Glennon felt.
Yes. And then I look at it as, if Pickett isn't the starter, which he probably is not going to be, maybe they could have drafted somebody to help now rather than later. I don't know. Again, I'm going to root for Pickett. I just wanted to see him somewhere else.
Here's the question that nobody's asked so far, so I'm going to go ahead and ask it. Ryan's favorite quarterback, Mason Rudolph. How's he feeling right about now?
I believe I asked that like 20 minutes ago, dipshit.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Were we ignoring you and just talking over you?
Obviously. Well, no, what I said was, what does this mean for Mason Rudolph? And
it means he's number 3.
Hold on. I will say this. When Ben was a rookie, he was actually number 3, but Charlie
for 2 days.
Hold on. Charlie Batch got hurt. He had a knee injury and he had to go up to 2. And then Tommy got obviously hurt, and the rest is history, as they say. So my guess is they'll just say, well, Kenny's going to be the 3rd guy. He's going to get some work and everything else. But if somebody makes an offer, Mason, for like a 6th or a 5th, wouldn't you take it?
I'd take it for some Seattle fish and chips. I've said that before. I think the Steelers would be winning that trade.
Throw in a few Primanti sandwiches and you're good
unload
to go.
$5 million in salary and get fish and chips from Seattle. Well, I don't know. You guys have never had really good halibut fish and chips.
You're actually right. I haven't.
That is some really good shit. I'm just saying.
I'd like to try this for the halibut.
Yeah, you go.
Really good.
He'll be here all night.
Thank you. Tip your servers. I think it's fascinating, guys.
Cowboys took Tyler Smith with the 24.
Is he the kid from Tulsa?
Tulsa, 24 now? You guys have been bullshitting for an hour. We're only at 24.
But did Jerry or Steven draft this guy?
You know it was Jerry.
Hey, and good for Taco Charlton.
He's like
firing back.
Steven picked Taco Charlton. Like, you creepy old bastard.
He was trying to say he wanted TJ Watt and it was Steven's fault. And that,
so the one thing I'll say about the quarterback situation now, right? Like, yes, Mason is the number 3. I mean, you need to have 4 arms in camp. You need to have 3 quarterbacks on the roster going into the season. So, I mean, if someone offers you something for Mason, but then you still need 2 more quarterbacks, The other thing I'll say on a positive note, this might be the most excited I've been for a Steelers preseason in a long ass time.
Why?
Because we're going to see Pickett, we're going to see Trubisky. I mean, these guys are actually going to take snaps in a preseason game.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see how they can play,
which
granted against backups or whatever, but still, Ben played 2 drives of the entire preseason for basically the latter half of his career. Right. It was just this is actually get to
third game, first half.
Hey,
exactly.
If you want a 4th arm, take a look at this kid out of Brown. EJ Perry. I like this
Perry.
kid.
I like him. I like him late.
If he's sitting there as an undrafted free agent, man, I hope we scoop him up. He is a fun kid to watch.
He is.
I'm going to disagree just to be a dick, but also because
Ryan,
heading into off-season workouts, heading into OTAs, I'm going to say that Mason's your number 1.
What?
Then I'm going to say that Mitch and Kenny battle for the 2 and 3.
I disagree.
No. But I'm saying that as in you got your Mason initially. I'm not saying season. I'm saying initially. Mason has been there the longest. He has the most camaraderie with people. He's your 1. Mitch new, Kenny new. Does that mean that by the time preseason unfolds, it's going to be the same order? No, I don't think that. But are you not going to give Mason first team reps?
No.
He's been there the longest?
No. Ryan, let me ask you this question.
Why not?
Because he's been there the longest and he's proven that he's not the guy.
But this is the first actual time.
4 years, 10 starts, 5-4-1. He loses when the defense gives up more than 16 points. This isn't about
that. This is about the first OTA.
What it's about to me is the guy cannot score touchdowns in the red zone. He is not the guy.
What does it have to do with an OTA?
Hold on.
I agree with Ryan here. I agree with Ryan that in OTAs to start, you want a guy who knows the terminology, and Mason knows the terminology. I agree with Ryan here. If Mason is still here, if we don't deal him during this draft, I think he starts OTAs.
If he gets dealt, it'll be in August.
But I agree with Ryan.
He starts great or he's good or whatever. I'm just saying that, like, for familiarity, you're probably going to put him out there first.
Let's also
ban.
Let's also go back to when Trubisky signed. We have no idea what Kevin Colbert, Mike Tomlin, maybe even Art Rooney said to him. Did they say, Mitch, we're signing you, you're our starting quarterback? Did they say, Mitch, we're signing you, we want you to compete for a job?
Based upon the structure of that deal, they basically said, we're going to bring you in.
Right.
We're going to give you every opportunity to win this job.
Agree.
We believe you have the ability to win it.
Yep.
That's why we're signing you.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to have to earn it.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Flat out said that. And you look at the structure of the contract, $7.5 million a year or $14 million a year if you hit certain thresholds, which I'm sure most of which involve playing time. I haven't seen all the particulars on the contract, but I'm sure most of them involve playing time. There were some others that had if he was a Pro Bowler and if the Steelers won a Super Bowl and blah 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 blah, which I'm sure the Steelers would be more than willing to sign that check if he did all that. What the hell is that?
What the hell is that?
I promise it was not porn. That was the NFL.com tracker. I promise.
Oh yeah, they have the autoplay ads on there.
All right.
I promise.
So anyway,
fuck.
Where the fuck were we?
Well, I'm messaging with Aaron. He's got the graphic coming. He's having some problems with
Linderbaum has not been taken.
No, there's a lot of great
talent. See? NFL.com.
What is that?
It's NFL.com.
Well, mute it.
I've got NFL.com on and it's not doing that.
When you refresh the page, the autoplay ads reload.
Thank you.
It's a pain in the ass because
I keep mine on.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you for having my back. That I'm not some pervert.
Why are you a pervert?
Goodness. I'm just trying to see who people took. I'm behind. Sounds like a caveman doing inappropriate things.
So before we
bugger
go
off
away here, Ben, what are you looking for tomorrow? Tomorrow will be rounds 2 and 3.
I wouldn't mind a safety or a slot corner.
Yeah.
Just thinking out loud, maybe.
Safety, slot corner, I agree.
Yeah, maybe not a skill position. That would be cool. Maybe like a foundational type player who's going to be around for a long time in a position that, just kind of sets the foundation of one of the units, the base units. Maybe a defensive lineman. One of those kind of guys. Something, not a real sexy pick, just a guy,
I got you.
Who's around for a long time and does a really great job. Like an Aaron Smith type thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, I like that.
That'd be really great. Not that those guys are important or anything. I mean, we totally ignored that the last couple of years, but, not that was like a poor choice or anything.
Ian, what are you looking for tomorrow?
Give me Sky Moore in the second round, baby.
Oh, man, they've been talking him up around here so much.
No, I mean, I think
the Ratbirds just took Linderbaum.
Yeah. That's a good pick. Shit.
That is a damn good pick. And now this is another player that I really wanted the Steelers to take that apparently I was always destined to hate.
Yes. At least he didn't go to the Bengals, though.
Yeah, we have Mason Cole, though.
What do you mean at least? What do you want? Cat shit sandwiches or dog shit sandwiches? What do you prefer? I mean, honestly.
Neither. It's like that South Park episode where they had to choose between the turd sandwich and the giant douche, right? Like, yeah. That sucks. Jermaine Johnson, Johnson's still on the board though. I'm kind of.
There's got to be a red flag there. Something's up because he should have been gone by now.
Yeah. No. So for tomorrow, I think they like DeMarvin Leal, the defensive tackle from Texas A&M. I like him a lot too. But Devontae Wyatt's still there. He hasn't been taken yet.
Nope.
There's a lot of possibilities here,
Sure.
I think here's what I'll say. Slot receiver gets like 75% of snaps at least. They got to do something there because they don't have anybody. We have the 32nd ranked run defense in the league. You got to do something to address the run defense. So we've got 2 picks tomorrow. If they do something to address the run defense, whether it's whatever it is, if it's defensive line, if it's linebacker, if it's a strong safety, whatever it is, cool. That's good. And then, if they don't get Sky Moore, I like the Gray kid from SMU in the 3rd or 4th round. Frisman, Danny Gray, I think is his name.
Danny Gray.
Frisman Jackson worked him out at SMU's pro day. So, if and I think he kind of fits that slot role pretty well. So if they don't get Sky Moore, I think they like Justin Ross a lot too. who knows what happens with George Pickens, who they also worked out. I've heard Pickens has some off-field issues.
Yep, he does.
There was one quote I saw on Pickens was basically like, he has the talent to be the best receiver in this draft, but I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. So,
that was kind of the knock. One of the knocks on AB is that he was, when he came out, that he was a very talented asshole.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad it didn't turn out that way.
For 9 seasons or almost 9 complete seasons, Mike Tomlin managed that.
Yeah.
No
one else has been able to since.
My favorite quote to that extent was on Ryan Mallett, if you remember him.
Yes,
that
Michigan.
He had a 1st-round arm and a 7th-round attitude.
Oh, no question. No question.
And when I saw that, I was like, that is an amazing description, and it fit him perfectly.
Yes. But you ask anybody in these parts, they'll tell you the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Ryan, what are you looking for tomorrow?
I don't know if Sky Moore makes it to 52.
I don't
After the way these receivers have gone today, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, again, I want to reiterate, I'm rooting for Kenny Pickett. We'll see what happens. I definitely would like to see wide receiver 2nd round. If not 2nd round, maybe there's an offensive lineman they want to take a look at, or a cornerback. Andrew Booth's still available. I don't think he's going to last that long, but and then I'm going to stress this enough. I can't stress this enough. They need a complimentary running back to Najee. So if that's 3rd round, James Cook, something like that.
Probably be a 4th round guy,
Snoop Connor, I don't
Snell,
care. We'll
kind of a guy.
Better, much better.
Yeah. I think it's going to end up being
this next.
I think the key word is slot. I think they're going to look for a slot cover guy. I think they're going to look for a slot receiver tomorrow.
With the Jets,
That's
I really hope.
Wait, the Jets traded back in?
Go offensive line, defensive line.
Maybe
a safety. I'm really hoping that it's one of those non-sexy kind of picks where it's like O-line, D-line, safety.
Jets took Jermaine Johnson.
I'd be good with it.
Sorry.
Jermaine Johnson.
All right. That makes sense.
I mean, the Jets had a pretty good 1st round.
Man.
How the hell did they get on my list?
What did they – so they had 3 first-rounders at the end of the day?
Yeah.
So Lamar Jackson just tweeted WTF about that pick.
Wow.
Who did?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson just quoted.
So he loses his best – probably
about that pick.
He loses his best wide receiver and
gets a center.
It.
Baltimore PR might want to I
want to reel him in. What do you think, Ryan? If you, as a PR guy, would you be reaching
if Baltimore would have taken Malik Willis, it would have been hilarious.
I'm so old that we didn't have to worry too much about what people said on social media.
Right.
But if you did now, how would you handle it? Is what I'm asking you.
If I did now
with kid gloves, obviously.
Somebody reach out and say,
I mean, by that point, I would text them and say, take that down. But by that point, it's already out there.
Oh yeah.
But I would do it just so I could be like, hey, look, I texted him and said, take it down. Like, just cover my ass.
Yeah.
Even when that was,
and speaking of Willis too, and he's one of the guys that's there in Vegas, and he hasn't been selected yet. He's sitting there. There's not too many other people left in that room, and it's a shitty feeling. And I feel for the kid. Part of the deal.
Ben talks about how lonely it was to be the quarterback selected at 11.
Right.
Imagine this shit.
Yeah, he's going to be there tomorrow. I mean, chances are he probably won't even show up.
The Jets took Jermaine Johnson. That's a good pick for them.
Yeah. You didn't see that before?
Oh no,
Ryan was just talking about it a minute ago.
Sorry, I was texting. My phone's been blowing. My phone's been blowing up. My dad, my cousins, everybody's texting me like, "What do you think about Kenny Pickett?" So, yeah.
So you had to let them know that you're.
And
really
I would also like to mention too, all the fans out there, you're probably going to run out and want to get your Kenny Pickett jersey.
No,
just understand we have a very strict policy here at SCB. You never buy a jersey of a player on his first contract. Always wait.
I don't know.
Contract. Very seldom. Is that.
Chris Garman did it, and it worked out okay.
What did Chris get?
He got T.J. Watt when he was a rookie.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah,
remember that?
Yeah,
he did, and we gave him shit for it, and that worked out pretty well. So
yeah,
Garmin can buy whatever jersey he wants.
Okay, so we're gonna call it the Garmin rule.
Yeah, but everybody else, no.
True. I think we're just about done. We will have a show next week that wraps up the entire draft. You'll get all of our thoughts on this, and hopefully we'll be a little more sober. But actually, that's been part of the fun tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks again to Deck Roofing Incorporated for sponsoring the show, and we are grateful as always to be part of the Pigskin Podcast Network in association with DraftKings Sportsbook. And for these three gentlemen, this is Steel Dad, and I am
the word gentleman loosely,
very loosely. I'm signing off, and hey, go Steelers!
Ravens suck.